but maybe not on this deal.
Right. We're still locked in.
I'm talking to you and I'm walking away. What's the word? I'm walking away. I'm walking away in mystery. What does that mean? Josh, Travis, where are y'all? The last thing y'all need to be doing is sitting back there. Y'all need to be up here in the front row getting an education. You young people, how old are you? How old are you? 21. We've got a couple of 21-year-olds. How old are you, Travis? 27? Josh, you're 21. Cameron, 24. Is that correct? 25. You know, there's a lot of young folks around here. Who is it that gives you your guidance? Today on the Morning Grind, welcome. It is 8:30. Found me. As always, we start today's show like every other one with 60 seconds of gratitude. Today, here's what I'm very thankful for. Yesterday, I got to go out and play golf with Weatherman and Andre. And I didn't play good. Everybody asks, hey, how'd you play? Well, I suck, okay? So I'm never out there and playing well, if you know what I mean. I do hit some decent shots. You know, I'm getting closer now to getting on the green in regulation. I'm getting closer. That's not happening. Brittany Hall, thank you for getting on here. Julia. Everybody, if you do me a favor, like, comment, and share the stream. We're going to talk specifically. Thank you. This looks like a new shirt. No, it's just... Julia, I'm the kind of dude that if I could just wear the same shirt every day. I don't give a shit if it's clean or dirty. I could just wear the same one. I was going through the closet today looking, and I found this one, so I tried it on. I'm like, you know what? This is okay. So I'm wearing it today. Do y'all like my shirt? Do you like it? Do you like the shirt? I typically hate short sleeve shirts. I just hate the way I feel. I like a long sleeve shirt. Now, if I was a skinny guy like most of y'all, it wouldn't bother me. But I like the long sleeve. Van, do you like to wear short sleeve shirts?
Not necessarily. I'm the same way you are.
Thank you, Larima, for getting on here. So my question for you guys is, where do you, how do you get your financial information? Who do you listen to whenever you're making a decision about money? Because believe it or not, some people give better advice than others. Where do you get your financial advice from?
If it's a big purchase.
Flip a coin, says Ronnie Martin. CPA. Well, here's the problem. You make a lot of daily financial decisions that over the course of a year end up being a big dumb decision.
Yeah.
Like every single morning I go eat breakfast. Every single day I go eat lunch. I blow lots of little money. I'm very undisciplined with little things. Do you follow what I'm saying? I bet you everybody in here is very undisciplined with the little things. But over the course of a year or 2 years or 3 years, just imagine, Larima says, my daddy. Just imagine this, how much they add up. So I know that I am a horrible saver of money. I'm terrible at it because if I see money sitting there, I get a lot of courage to go do something stupid. So what I have done is I've created these two little accounts, and this does not sound like very much money, but every time we have a closing, how much do we put in each of them, Van? $250. So over the course of April, there were 40 closings in there. That was a good month of savings. But historically, I think I was talking to somebody, maybe it was Hayden. I was talking to Hayden or maybe, I don't know who it was, but they would save a lot of money and then they would burn their money and then they would have to go back and take all their money out of their savings and they were very unstable. So I picked this number of $250 to where I know I'm never going to have to go get that money. And I think it's up to close to $19,000 that I have saved by doing that. It's not much. So if I'm you guys, you need to start building discipline. Most people... Josh, there is a damn dinosaur crawling up your back, up your shoulder. Jesus, what is that? What is that, Josh?
I've never seen one of those my whole
It's
life.
what? Will you go over there and get that thing? Are you scared to get it? Josh has no fear. But here's the reason why I'm asking this question. If you want to get your finances right, if you want to get your money situation right, you have got to start at a very entry level of paying attention to things. How many of you even know how much money you spent last week or last month or yesterday? Josh, what did you spend?
Last week?
Yep.
$2,000.
On what?
I'd have to go back and look. It was a little over $2,000.
Now you sounded like you knew $2,000 is like that's a lazy number.
It was like $2,100.
$2,100. Give me one thing that you bought. Who did you talk to before you spent that money?
Nobody. Myself.
Oh, no. Well, okay. Now let me ask you this. If we were going into a senior ranking of order from high levels of it being a good investment to low levels or zero level of being a good investment, a bad investment, where would you say your money went?
4.
4? Yeah. What did you invest in?
I said I bought a new blazer. I'd say that's probably one thing.
Okay.
It's a decent
all right. There you go.
Other than that, just like food, groceries, shit like that.
2,000. What did y'all do? Go out to Jeff Ruby's every night?
No. I can't remember. There was one big thing in there.
What was it? Blazer? Truck payment?
No.
Here's the... Okay, so here's why people don't get ahead. Here's why people don't get money. Is it's really a discipline problem more so than an intelligence problem. It's a discipline quotient. You ever heard of do you know what intelligent quotient is? Tell them, Van.
Well, it's a measure of your intelligence.
So really, the people. But if you think about this, how often do you spend money because of your emotions? Most of the time. So the whole point of this show is because I'm going to provide this scenario, of how the old Tommy would make this bad decision. So 2 years ago nearly, I bought that Airbnb. You remember the Airbnb, don't you, Josh? Have you ever been to it?
Yep.
Okay. You've never been to it, have you? Not yet. So I bought this thing in the recession, COVID started like in February to affect us. Well, it was still being built. And I had all these second thoughts about, damn, is this dumb to buy this thing? Remember in March, April, we were kind of shut down. People weren't going in. You couldn't go anywhere. Do y'all remember that? Where were you during that time?
In Cleveland.
Well, this thing's in downtown Nashville, and downtown Nashville was shut down. Remember, everybody's giving the mayor hell. They weren't going to open it up. Then they let a few people. Well, the whole reason why I bought this was because of tourism. People would come in there. And I was really second-guessing the decision, but I made the decision. I was committed to it. John Jones was the developer. I paid, I think I roughly had let's just say $625,000 into this thing. So, are y'all familiar with Airbnb short-term rentals? Do you know what that means? It's kind of like a hotel where you got to stay there more than one night, though. I think we've got it there for 2 nights. So me and Joey, we were talking about this, and we were extremely uncertain. But if I didn't have Joey helping me get through this, I may have just backed out of the deal, although I probably wouldn't because it was Joey. It was John. I was leaning on Joey. I was talking to John Eldridge, the guy that was the developer, and he was saying, man, we're going to get through this and everything's going to be fine. I had that source of information to go to. You just said you didn't talk to anybody before you spent that money. What if that money was $20,000? Would you have spoken with somebody? Would you?
No, probably not.
So whenever you bought your truck, who did you ask?
Nobody.
You just went out and did it. Okay. Well, do you trust your decisions?
Yes. No, I don't trust my decisions, but I trust the fact that I can replenish the bad decisions.
Okay. Well, I understand that. So I like to go to somebody who's on a different level than I am to make a better decision. I talk to other people before I'm going to make a big decision. The old me would make a lot of bad decisions where I could never actually be in a good enough a decision to do what I did. So to make a long story short, we ended up closing on the Airbnb by late October. So my first payment was not due until December. Then I had to order the furniture. We had a shortage of furniture. They weren't delivering it. So it really didn't get it put into service until April. And The first month of April, it broke even. I mean, I was floored. I mean, it completely broke even. And the next month, it just kept getting better and better. From then on, it did really, really well. Well, during COVID, a lot of people did not put their house on the market, so the inventory went down. As inventory goes down, prices went up. So do you remember how much I said I had in the place? $625,000. Here's where my emotions start to get the best of me in my decision making. Let's just say it nets. I'm going to conservatively say it nets about $1,000 to $1,500 a month after everything. So it's a pretty good investment. So today I know for certain I could sell. I know this. I am 100% certain that I could sell this for $975,000. What would you do if you could sell something and make $330,000 on it? What would you do?
I think I'd sell it.
Why?
Because I think there's more opportunity with the money you make off of it.
So that's why I don't trust myself. What I want to do is I want to sell it and go buy something in Florida. That's what I want to do. But I told my wife, good morning, Amanda. I told my wife yesterday, I said, no matter what, do not let me talk us into selling this. No matter what, your job is to not let me do it. We're not going to do it because as I talk to people that know more, they're telling me different advice. Like my buddy Nagy, one of my best friends, lives down there on 30A, and that's where we want our place. And he's like, dude, the worst thing you could do right now is buy something down here. The worst thing you could do right now, it's like you showing up at a party at 3 a.m. that started at noon. What does that mean to you? If the party started at noon and I'm showing up at 3 a.m.
Fun's gone. All the girls are gone.
It's over. I'm wanting to make this emotional decision. See, that's why I don't always trust my decision making. I'm going to reach out. So who are you getting your information from? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to a friend that's like on the same level as you are? Or are you talking to somebody that knows more than you? Nagy knows more than me. I talk to Ronnie about this all the time. I talked to John Jones. I didn't like Weatherman. Good morning, and I agree with Nagy. Hey, I'll ask Weatherman what he thinks. So this morning I'm talking to one of my property managers, Scott Abernathy, and I was telling him about this deal. And he's like, dude, you should never sell that. Why would you sell something that's paying you $1,500 a month that's continuing to go up? Why would I sell it?
Buy a house in Florida.
My emotions. I want a damn place in Florida. It would be a dumbass thing to do. And the reason why I'm saying this today is continue to talk myself out of making a mistake. Who do you talk to whenever you're making a big financial decision? No matter what it is. Who do you talk to whenever you're making financial decisions? It's not just always directly about money. Sometimes it's a decision that's going to lead to the opportunity of money or no money. I agree with Scott and Scott. Both of them. Well, hey, thank you, Ronnie. Hey, we'll talk tomorrow. Maybe, see, now I need to give my banker permission and say, dude, that's a dumbass thing to do. Remember, sell and buy 2 Airbnb in Murfreesboro. See, I don't know if it'll be that easy. There's a lot of things you got to be careful of whenever you sell that. All that depreciation, recapture. What if I rush into saying I'm going to transfer that with a 1031 exchange and I end up having to buy 2 bad things here or overpaying for something? Be careful. My point is this, especially to you kids over here. Actually, all you kids in here, because every one of you are under 28 years old, 27 and under. Be careful about the information that you get, and be careful about the knowledge that you have. The most powerful thing I can tell you is most of you are going to have to learn new things. You're going to have to unlearn what you've been trained to be successful. Unless you've come from an extremely rich family. Are you from a rich family? Like a real rich? You are, aren't you? Are you from a rich family? Just say it. I don't know. Are you? Whenever you grow up with a rich family, you've got a family that's educating you differently than a middle class family. Whenever you grow up in a middle class family, how do they tell you to get rich? Whoa. What did your family tell you to do to get rich?
Invest and save.
Well, invest. What did yours say?
Work hard.
Work hard. Did your family tell you that? See, there's just a difference. You're never going to get rich by working hard. The only way you're going to get rich is by investment. So who is the source of information that your brain, that your emotions, where's it coming from? Or do you just make decisions on your own, like this cowboy over here? Van Grotten, shut us down.